Hi, today I want to talk to you about how to make friends instantly with anyone. So a lot of times we find it socially awkward to talk to new people, talk to strangers. But actually, there is a way to get yourself out of your shell and then get yourself capable of talking to literally everyone, understanding everyone, and then being friends with literally everyone. So here's how. One of the biggest things that I think a lot of people are confused about are not very good about is confidence. So confidence is somewhat the thing you first see when you judge a person. So maybe you see a person walking on the street. You will see his appearance, of course. You will understand the person's maybe his personalities and maybe for sure his age and then his ethnicity, his build. From this knowledge that you can see with your eyes physically, you'll make a judgment fundamentally and very quickly, rapidly about this person's character, maybe like what you think this person is. A way we can trick this process, this like automatic mental process, is exert confidence when you first see a person. So when you're walking confidently down the road, they will see your body language. If you're relaxed, if you feel like you are comfortable with yourself, then your body language will act as if you are comfortable with yourself. You're very natural in the way you're walking. You're very natural and exuberant and vibrant in the way you're walking. You're very natural in the way you present yourself. Then, with first impression, when people see you, they'll understand that you're a confident person, that your other characteristics, maybe your look, can also be judged higher in their perception. So that's one way we can kind of like get the person to immediately start to like us, even without us speaking to them, even without us speaking to these strangers. They will immediately have a higher judgment of ourselves when they see us. So that's one way of making a good impression. Confidence, exuberant, natural, organic confidence within yourself. This confidence cannot be faked. Like confidence is one of those things like you couldn't really fake it. You have to be actually confident within yourself and you ask yourself this question: what am I not confident about? Most people can find just a few things that they're not confident about themselves. And then ask yourself, does these things actually matter? Does these small flaws on my personality or maybe my look matter in a greater scheme of things? The answer frequently is no. This doesn't really matter because most people can find confidence in themselves. It's a very natural human mechanism to have great confidence. So it's not that hard to do. And then you just need to elicit the confidence within yourself and be authentic with your confidence when you walk down the street and meeting with people. Secondly, to make everyone like you or to make everyone enjoy talking to you immediately is by focusing and paying close attention to the person you're talking to. A lot of people, like when we do small talks, that's why people like call this small talks. It's because it doesn't really matter. It doesn't contribute to human deep connection. If you ask someone like, have you eaten? Or how's the weather? Depends on your culture, you also do some sort of small talk like this, right? These small talks is a good way for you to get started talking to people, but people will not be immediately engaged with you. The reason being, small talks normally are not personal, right? You're talking about something that's external or like, how are you? Also, you're asking a somewhat personal question, but the answer is kind of mechanical. It's just the answer is yes, no. Most people say, yeah, I'm happy. Like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm okay. I'm doing good. But these are like pretty much automatic replies. It's almost like they're non-playable characters. Like they're NPCs, right? They always come up with the same comeback because that's what we're programmed to do. We're programmed when we hear, how are you? And how are you doing? With, I'm good. I'm doing fine. Also, even if you're not doing fine, sometimes that's the automatic response to say, I'm doing fine. I'm good. So those kind of small talk, you should probably do it, but here's what I'm getting at. When you're making the conversation personal about the person you're talking to, which is natural and amazing and very effective, when you're doing something like this, for example, you talk to someone and then you ask them a genuine question about themselves, or you give them a genuine compliment. So for example, you noticed that today, specifically, they're wearing a specific kind of perfume that you really find engaging, like very, very nice to smell. And you tell them, nice perfume. If you see their t-shirt, it's very well fitted to their bicep, it's like, nice t-shirt, right? You say things like this. And these are personal about the other person. So they make them understand that you're paying attention to them. And people like getting attention, right? We want other people to care about us because we want to be accepted as a huge community. That's why people enjoy every time you compliment them, or every time you pay close attention when they're speaking. So a good way to do it is what we call active listening. So essentially what you do is when the other person is speaking, you genuinely elicit interest within yourself about what they're talking about. You generally found something that you can potentially be intellectually engaged in, right? When they're speaking, pay attention to what they're saying. Pay attention to what they're trying to imply, or the tone of voice, or how they're trying to communicate this knowledge to you. And find something in the knowledge that you actually genuinely will be interested in. And then you can actively listen and then actively nodding or acknowledge what the other person is saying. And when you're doing this, the other person obviously know that you're paying attention to what they're saying, and they feel respected and they feel nice. When they're respected, they'll also replicate this respect and love and care for you. So you guys will be closer bonded, and there's just a more lovely human-to-human interaction that you guys are now doing. Instead of doing small talks, try paying close attention to the other person. Try start with some personal questions or some personal compliments about the other person that you first met. Third, this is also part of somewhat being a part of having confidence. It's very important that you let the person know that you are not dangerous to them. So a lot of people, when they're first meeting others, they come off too strong, so you pretty much, maybe you're using too much force on your hand grip. A lot of people say, like, do you always do firm shake? But maybe if it's too firm, I personally think it's bad, because if it's too firm, it feels like you are being somewhat aggressive to the other person. And people don't like aggressiveness. Like they don't like meeting someone and then knowing the person could potentially attack them, right? So fundamentally, this is a very old mechanism. It comes from a time where we are walking down the jungle and we meet a stranger, which normally doesn't happen because we have our own tribes and we know everyone in our tribe. Now we meet a stranger in the forest, right? The first instinct, of course, is fight or flight. We either attack or escape. There's no friendliness when someone meets another person that they never met before. It's the job of the stranger to show you, the person that first met the stranger, that they are approachable and they are pro-social and they can be trusted. So essentially they need to act nice, extra nice actually, to get you a foot through the door, to start to accept them as your equal or as maybe part of your society later on. So this is how it works. When you meet someone, the best way to make a good impression to the other person is to put your energy level slightly above or below the other person. Here, pay attention what the other person is saying. Pay attention to the way their mannerism is. Make an in-person judge of if they're shy, if they're introverted, if they're extroverted, and try to match the energy to be just around their energy level. This is very interesting. There's a Harvard study about this, a psychological study about how when we're interacting to people, we actually enjoy the person that are around our energy level. So they could be slightly above or below, but not too much. If you come up to someone and you slightly tired, how you doing, man? And then the other person is like, yeah, I'm doing very well, bro. Like, how are you doing? It's like, that's too strong. When you meet that person, you'll feel like somewhat there's some aggressiveness in it. Also, it might not be the case. Might be that person just very energetic throughout the entire day. That's what they are. But that's not good for first interaction. You have to match the other person's energy. So, for example, again, same example. Like, how are you doing, man? Well, man, I'm kind of tired, and this person come to me, and what this person should do is to kind of match the energy I have. I'm good. How are you? So this is around my energy level, which I will feel good. So I'll shake his hand, or like do a high five, or do a hug, or do a fist bump. Now that's a more natural interaction, because that person come up to you, and then you guys immediately know that we are around the same energy level. So it's more comfortable and more admirable to talk to you, and more attractive, because you're literally around my energy level, and then I can potentially talk to you without spending extra energy, be extra energetic, or spending lower energy, being like very like negative about it, I can be my natural self when talking to you, and that's amazing. People love that. So when you go to talk to someone, try to judge what their energy level is by how their mannerism is, how they speak, how the tone of their voice went, and try to match that. It's not as hard as it sounds. Matching someone's energy level should be very simple. And then once you start doing this, it will occur to you naturally to match this without consciously thinking about this. Everything I'm talking about today, after some point, after you start to use these techniques, they will not become techniques anymore. They will become natural way that you talk to people after some time, because most of them are very intuitive. And once you make this change, the difference is very clear, and you can actually make an impact in the way you're interacting with other people. So I think that's an amazing tool for you to start learning, to start embracing your confidence, to start talking to people and making a good impression on literally everyone, right? The fourth point and last point of how to talk to anyone is to be a person that provides value. So a lot of times when we're in conversation with someone else, we find the conversation maybe it's not that valuable. Like, it's kind of boring. Like, what are you talking to me? I don't care about what you do for work. What does this matter to me, right? And within maybe like first 30 seconds, I think this is what you should do, is to introduce some kind of value for them. Addressing them as you, like when you're talking to them, care about the you, not me. Not everything in our conversation need to be about me. You want to get to know you, which is the person that you're talking to. So the best way to do it is, again, to ask some personal questions. And by doing so, you're getting a deeper sense of what this person is, who this person is. And then you propose something that could potentially be very interesting to them. So let me give you an example. Someone coming down the street, and then you guys met for the first time, and then you said like, oh my god, I just hit this big wave. I'm a huge surfer. I love surfing and everything water sports related. And you can propose, hey dude, maybe you also like swimming, right? Maybe we can go one day, go swim somewhere. Does that sound good to you? So you're providing this value that you're inviting this person to join your event, which is swimming. That's very cool. That's providing a sort of value to them. Another scenario, you don't need to do events, of course. So let me give you another scenario. Someone come up to you and in the university, like they say like, okay, I'm just a freshman. I don't know anything here. I'm just trying to find Tim Hortons, right? On top of like providing to him where the direction of Tim Hortons coffee shop, you can also add something that could be valuable to them, right? You'll say, if you want to make friends and then like add them on your social, then you can say, yeah, I've been at school for a little bit, so I know like pretty much all the geography and where everything is. If you're like ever have any question about school, feel free to reach out to me. Here's my Instagram. Here's my IG. Follow me on Instagram. And then if you have any question, just DM me. That person will be, okay, you're immediately providing me value. And then they will want to reciprocate because that's the natural way of how human tribes works. When you provide something, the other person is always compelled to return something to you. Now, you shouldn't treat this as like trading. You should treat this as making friend. And then this friend could potentially be useful to you, but don't expect them to be for sure useful to you in the future. That's why you need to be genuine in your friendliness instead of being fake and pretentious with your friendliness. You need to be genuinely interested in the person that you're talking to. You need to be genuinely paying attention to the person you're talking to. You also have to have genuine confidence. So everything I'm talking about today, it has to come from a place that is real inside of you, that is authentic inside of you, that comes out naturally. And this takes obviously practice. So a lot of practices, just talk to a lot of people and then try to make a good impression on a lot of people. And then I'm not even kidding you, like after literally, like you don't need a long time to be master at this. After 1 week of doing this exercise or this good interaction with people, it will become natural to you. And in the future, you don't need to actively think about these things I just talked about. You will know like a muscle memory inside of you. And that's the state you want to be at constantly. This is only the beginning. Making good impression is only the beginning of making new friends. There are so much more to do. So start here, and then I'll teach you how to do better in other aspects too. Alright, thanks so much. See you in the next one.